Have no fear, Muscle Mommy is here, and I got a new beanie in time for Halloweeny. I'm in the mood to rhyme today, you guys. This is lots of fun. Also, my legs really hurt because on Tuesday I was like, yeah, I'll lift weights and do a martial arts class in the same day. I'm Muscle Mommy, I can handle it. Turns out I'm not invincible like I thought. But you know what? I'm gonna keep pretending to be invincible as I continue the fight against multi-level marketing companies and girl bossery and boss broity that is out here trying to scam all the good small business owners and entrepreneurs of the world. And that's why today we are doing another video reviewing entrepreneurship Instagram. That's right, Instagram, which is full of lots of memes all about MLMs and trying to scam people and sell people courses and give people shitty, vague business advice.
Knowledge.
It's time for another anti-MLM video. Let's do it. Get you some nuts.
Get you some nuts.
There was lots of memes.
Makes me wonder if I should take up lesbianism.
Chicago.
You guys asked for it.
What's up, my fellow small business supporters? I'm Savvy, and welcome back to Savvy Writes Books, the channel where we talk about books and business, where today we have another anti-MLM video for you guys. Before we get too into the topic, though, please don't forget to subscribe because multiple times a week I put out new videos all about books and business, including discussions against the multi-level marketing industry, tips for true small business ownership and discussions of that kind of thing, talks about being a creative small business owner, including reviewing business books and talking about writing and the business of publishing, and all of that. So if that specific intersection of books and business is your specific niche, you will absolutely love it here.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
So don't forget to ring the little notification bell so you won't forget every time a new video comes out. And in addition, while you're at it, go ahead and take a look in the description below where you can find my second channel, Your Morning Guru, where every morning, if you want to hang out with me on a live show where we can casually chat about a lot of similar types of topics, then you will enjoy that there. So go ahead and check that out as well. Finally, before we get into the topic, we have one more very important thing to do, and that is, don't forget, guys, I'm a girl boss myself. I've got to make money. But luckily, I'm doing that right here from home because I have a sponsor for today's video. Here's our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Magic Spoon, which is a high-protein, low-carb brand of cereal that has quickly become my favorite during the year of 2022. It's fall, y'all! I've talked so many times on this channel about how fall is my favorite time of year. And during this autumn, I've been enjoying some flavors of Magic Spoon cereals and cereal bars that remind me of the fall. For example, my favorite flavor of the cereal is cinnamon, which pairs nicely with an apple cider scented candle in the morning. Meanwhile, one of the new cereal bar flavors is s'mores, which I can eat while I'm taking my dog out on some nice long walks. The leaves are falling, the weather is cool and breezy, and I'm eating a s'mores bar on a walk with my dog. I love it. What I love the most, though, is that Magic Spoon products are all high protein, which I need with how often I go to the gym, but also low in sugar. And guys, when it's Halloween time, you know I want to eat a ton of Halloween candy, so I've definitely been wanting to cut back on sugar in my other meals. A serving of Magic Spoon cereal has 13 to 14 grams of protein, 4 to 5 net grams of carbs, about 140 calories, and 0 grams of sugar, with the exception of the honey nut flavor, which is made with real honey and thus has 1 gram of sugar. Cereal bars, which come in flavors like cookies and cream, cocoa peanut butter, cinnamon roll, and s'mores, have 1 gram of sugar, 10 grams of protein, 4 net grams of carbs, and 130 calories per bar. All cereals and bars are keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. If you're interested in trying Magic Spoon cereal for yourself, take a look in my description below where you can click my link and use my code SAVVY for $5 off your first order. On their site, you can build your very own variety box by choosing from best-selling flavors like Fruity, which is one of my favorites, Frosted, Peanut Butter, Cookies and Cream, and Maple Waffle, and other flavors like Honey Nut, Blueberry Muffin, and Cinnamon Roll, which is my other favorite. And you can add some cereal bars to your variety box as well. Magic Spoon ships to Canada and the UK in addition to throughout the US. Additionally, your purchase comes with a 100% happiness guarantee, so if for any reason you aren't happy with your purchase, they will refund you your money, no questions asked. So go ahead and check out that link in my description below, or go to magicspoon.com/savvy and get $5 off your order today. Thank you again to Magic Spoon for sponsoring today's video. In addition, I want to say thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for making this channel amazing, for continuing to believe in me and what I do, and to support me financially as well as emotionally and all of that. So thank you guys so much for being here for me. Patreon supporters' names are up on the screen, and also take a look in the description below where Patreon supporters who pledge $5 a month and up are able to link their own stuff in the description below. So a lot of them are artists themselves or small business owners, or they have an interesting social media page with a cause they want to promote, so please go ahead and take a look at that as well. With all of that in mind, I just promoted lots of legitimate business stuff. What? Let's talk about some illegitimate business with a meme review. So I wanted to start off with this post because it is a quote from our good friend Tony Robbins. Just this past Friday on this channel, I did a review of Tony Robbins conferences where I talked about why they probably shouldn't exist and they probably need to end, and Tony Robbins conferences overall suck. It is probably the third video I've done on Tony Robbins at this point because I have a lot of issues with the man. In fact, this past week, last week on Your Morning Guru, we studied Tony Robbins for a week for the second time. Our first week studying Tony Robbins was way back in like March of 2021, and now a year and a half later we're studying him again because he's just, there's so much to unpack with him. If you need to know what some of those things to unpack are, then please check out the video I put up this past Friday about why his conferences are so toxic, along with the whole Tony Robbins Exposed playlist that I made, including some collaborations with my friend and fellow anti-MLM creator Monica Hayworth, where the two of us have kind of dissected how Tony Robbins uses lots of cult tactics on his audience, how he's incredibly misogynistic and promotes like gender essentialist types of views, like men have to act this way and women have to act this way, and if you don't, then you're just wrong. And how on top of that, he has disparaged the Me Too movement. He has been accused of multiple women for misconduct, including, you know, physical types of abuse and abuse that's made them uncomfortable. I don't want to say all the words, but you know what I mean. Anyway, there's lots of valid reasons to really hate Tony Robbins. The least of which is shocking that this is the least of which is how much he loves promoting network marketing. So if supporting MLMs is like the least bad of the thing you do, you know that you're probably a pretty awful person. So here's a quote from Tony Robbins. This is one of the pro MLM Instagram accounts that I've seen floating around many times now, and I think I've probably reviewed stuff of theirs on this channel before, which is 90 Day Habits. It's one of those accounts that's supposed to motivate you to sell more stuff for your MLM. Anyway, what does Tony tell us? He tells us the beauty of network marketing, having all the benefits of being a business owner without the risk. Wow, Tony. You couldn't have lied harder if you tried. That is the exact opposite of what network marketing is. It should be like the horror of network marketing, having none of the benefits of being a business owner with all the risk of being a traditional employee and more. Because that's what being in an MLM actually is. A lot of people who promote MLM companies try to sell this idea that you're really your own business owner. You get this freedom. And usually what they mean by that freedom is that you don't have to clock in at certain hours, you can work from home, you don't have a boss that you have to specifically report to, things like that. Which, don't get me wrong, those things are absolutely beneficial and I can get why those things appeal to people. But just because you have those specific benefits doesn't mean that you have the benefits of being a business owner. A lot of the benefits of being a business owner come from things like getting to do your own market research and choose what product you think is best, and being the one who makes all the decisions about what your customers specifically want. When you're in an MLM, they're telling you what products to sell, and even in the ones that let you choose which products from their catalog to sell, they're the ones setting the prices, and they're the ones setting the prices that you have to pay for them wholesale, rather than you being able to get them directly from the manufacturer or distributor. So you're acting as more of a middleman than anything else. The without the risk part is definitely a lie as well. Starting a business has a lot of risk. There is absolutely no dispute there. There's a risk that maybe you won't make any money when starting a business. Maybe you'll lose money by spending money setting up your store or developing your products or advertising things, but you won't make that much in return and you'll end up at a loss. However, that same exact risk exists in network marketing. I haven't found a single network marketing company that doesn't charge some kind of startup fee to join, with the exception of maybe the like Smart Circle and Sidcore kind of companies, but those have all of their own issues, which I've gone into in other videos as well. The vast majority of them are making you pay something to join the company in the first place, and on top of that, a lot of them charge you for inventory as well, such as LuLaRoe charging you to get capsules of clothes, which, by the way, they don't let you choose which specific products are in there. On top of that, you have companies like Mary Kay wanting you to put things on auto ship, Mary Kay and Young Living and other essential oils and beauty products companies that want you to have a monthly auto ship so you'll continually have products in your home. If you've watched the Lula Rich documentary on Amazon Prime, or if you've read about Mary Kay on the Pink Truth website, you've probably seen lots of people who have exited these MLM companies talking about all of this overflow stock that they have left over in their garages that they just never were able to sell. That's just money that they lost. So the without the risk thing is such a huge lie. I don't even know where they're getting this without the risk idea from. I guess the full quote that they have from Tony Robbins in the caption says, "What's beautiful about network marketing is that you've got all the benefits of being a business owner, but you do not have to worry about the supply chain, or you do not have to worry about accounting, especially in the world we live in today. There are some really great companies out there because network marketing is amazing." That sounds like something Tony Robbins would say, because as we've talked about, Tony Robbins follows the money. He goes with whatever can make him the biggest profit at the time, and for him promoting those companies, you never see Tony actually selling for one of those companies. You would never see him, I don't know if maybe he would advise someone in his family to or not, I think that probably depends, but you would never see Tony himself actually doing it because, again, it's actually not a good way to make money. Statistics have shown time and time again that the vast majority of people lose money, and whether you're looking at the John M. Taylor study from back in the day that shows that it's 99.7% of people that lose money, or you're taking a look at Robert Fitzpatrick's research in books like Ponzi-nomics, which estimated as actually being higher due to a lot of the people losing money being people who then cycle out and then cycle new people in, so it's actually a greater number of people who lose money because the people who get in early tend to be the people who stay. The math checks out in the sense that network marketing is not a financially safe move for what you should do. Highly don't recommend. And Tony Robbins is a big scammer for recommending it to people. I also decided to check in on our friends at WFABB. You guys remember WFABB? Welcome fat asses and big boobies? That's not actually what they're called, but I thought it would be fun to call it that because I have a fat ass and big boobies, and I want to be a mommy MILF too. If you remember, WFABB I think stands for Work From Anywhere Business Builders or something like that. Work From Anywhere Boss Babes. Something like that. Anyway, WFABB, they are basically the pyramid scheme sorority. It's a group of women who used to all sell the Monate hair care products, the shampoo that made your hair fall out and stuff. Then after leaving that company, a group of them all decided to join some crypto schemes together. Now they all trade crypto together. And then they started this reality show called WFABB Lifestyle, which was hilarious. And then my friend Savannah Marie, a fellow anti-MLM creator, she and I teamed up and made a parody of that called Sav House, which I'll link up in the cards. I was sad it didn't get that many views because I thought it was like one of the funniest things we'd ever made. So anyway, we made a parody of that when we were together in person, so check that out. But anyway, WFABB is funny. I've got to say, I do like their show, unironically. I think it's funny. I don't know. I think there's something really endearing about that kind of show. Maybe it's because I just love like obscure B movies. I love like weird movies from the 70s and 80s. And along with that, I love like low production value stuff. I guess I just really like stuff where you can see people putting passion into a project that they're making. We see so many like movies and TV shows that are these extremely high production value cash grabs and just reboots of the same franchises over and over.
A reboot, boys, is when Hollywood wants to make a lot of money without the hassle of creating a new movie.
That when a group of friends just wants to gather together and make something to put on the internet because they think it would be fun. I just have so much love for that because that's the kind of stuff that I like to do. So it just gives me like warm, cozy indie filmmaker vibes. And I know that that might be wrong, but like I kind of love the WFABB Lifestyle show. Even though on Your Morning Guru we have criticized parts of it, there's definitely a lot of flaws in it, and there's definitely plenty of things, especially the pro MLM side of it, the fact that they openly shit talk on anti-MLM creators like me, things like that in it. But it looks like such a fun show to make, and I've got to say, I'm gonna keep watching it. Like, genuinely, I would buy merch for it. I think that show's fucking great. And like, honestly, I don't know, the WFABB ladies seem kind of nice. Even though their business ventures I would never support, and I do think that they're scammers. It's a mixed bag. I'm a complex woman, okay? So anyway, I decided to check in on how our WFABB friends are doing. And I saw this post to see swipe why WFABB chose to partner with this company. So I took a look at the company that it said WFABB's partnering with. I was like, okay, are they doing another MLM? Are they doing something other than the crypto stuff that they're doing? What's going on? So this post says, don't have time to recruit and residual income for one customer. I don't know what that sentence means. Don't like recruiting? You don't have to. You can actually hit ranks and get paid from our compensation plan just by getting customers. That's how most jobs are supposed to work. I love how in an MLM that's being sold as like this novel thing. You don't have to recruit other people. You can actually get paid just by selling the product to a person. That's what a job is. There are people hitting 6-figure ranks with solely customers, no builders and no team. This is also the only company I know of that will literally pay you residually after having one customer. You sign up one person on any of the packages, and as long as they're active, you are receiving $25 a month. Doesn't matter what package you're on or what rank you are, $25 a month for every single person you sign up. Additionally, I'm just kind of over here like, is this implying that most MLM companies, they won't pay you at all unless you have a certain number of customers? Like, if you're making money for the company, shouldn't you be getting paid? That once again goes back to, it's all of the risks of having a traditional job without any of the benefits, right? Because in a traditional job, you are guaranteed an income. Are you giving, and then I was swiping with this, and it said, are you giving your people the best? DM me comp plan for more info. On these 10 slides that I looked through, it never told me what the company was. So I couldn't look into this at all. I don't even know who WFABB is partnering with. What is the company? This is such a weird tactic that MLMs use that I hate, where it's like, they don't tell you what the company is because they want you to DM them so that you can get your introduction to the company from their biased perspective without looking at a variety of sources online where some people aren't going to have as admirable of a view of the company. So that's kind of a shame. I checked in on our friend Dre from WFABB Lifestyle. Guys, I unironically love Dre. She openly shit talked me, not me personally, but creators like me, groups that I am a part of, including anti-MLM YouTubers. She said that we're all misogynistic. So I did a little addressing that back to her in the Sav House episode, but genuinely I think she's hilarious and I love her personality. So that's why it's like, girl, you belong on TV, okay? So anyway, I decided to check in on Dre from WFABB, and she has a picture of her mom that says, "My daughter is a network marketer," which I'm over here like, I don't know. I can't imagine. Like, I'm thinking, like, imagine if I were a mom and my daughter wanted me to wear a shirt that said, "My daughter is a network marketer." I'd be like, honey, my daughter is a crypto scammer. Dude, maybe I should make my daughter is a crypto scammer merch. Hey, Braylon, Emily, do you want to be a crypto scammer? That's my American Girl doll daughter. I didn't feel like getting her off the shelf. My legs hurt from martial arts class. Anyway, Dre says the goal, retire them. I think it's weird when people talk about retiring people, like retire your parents, retire your husband. It kind of makes it sound like you're talking about like retiring a horse that can't run anymore. Like you're talking about going out back and like killing them. I know that's not what she's saying, but that's what it sounds like when people say retire this person, not retire other people. All right, so I actually hadn't heard of this podcast before, but this is a positive thing that I want to recommend, because when I was looking up stuff on Instagram, I found that there's this podcast that does have an anti-MLM angle that is steering people away from MLM companies, and I thought this was great. This is called the Avocado Toast Budget, which I'm assuming is like a reference to, you know how there's that meme going around a few years ago that's like, millennials can't afford to buy homes because they eat too much avocado toast, as if like how much is an order of avocado toast? Like maybe $10?
I mean, it's one banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10?
Yeah, so like avocado toast is not the price of a house, okay? So anyway, I thought that was a fun name for this podcast. So the Avocado Toast Budget says them, okay, Lexa, so if you're so anti-MLM, how can people make money, huh? Answer that. And then it has a list on here of side hustles that you can do to make money that are not MLMs. I love that so much. It has like just a bunch of like side gigs that you can sign up for, some of which include, you know, having specific hours. Like for example, if you're going to be a pet sitter, you're going to have to go there at the hours that the person who needs their pet set needs you there. If you're going to be a barista, likely if you're working at Starbucks or at a local coffee shop or wherever, you'll probably have a manager or owner of the store that tells you what hours that the store is open that you need to be there. So if you're looking for the complete like time freedom thing, you might not find it in those, but there are other things that you can do, including like it talks about online tutoring. That's probably something where you can set your own hours, especially if you have a specific skill set. I'm a freelance writer. I love doing freelance writing. I think that it's great. Now, freelance writing is its own skill and it's not always easy to find those gigs right away. I think part of the draw of MLM is that it's very easy to find right away. So it's like, you're like, I need somewhere to make money. And these companies are like, well, if you sign up and pay us, you can join. There's no barrier to entry. Whereas like, you know, if you want to find paid gigs where someone is just paying you outright and they're the one taking a loss, it's harder to find those things. So a lot of times I get why it can be kind of a struggle. But if you just keep working and you keep looking, you'll be able to find things. At least I personally think so. Some of these things you definitely need to have skills for, including, being a freelance writer, starting an Etsy shop. You probably want to have something that you can sell that people actually want to buy. But it's just a great way to look at the fact that there are small business ideas you can do from home, and you can try to find something that you really love doing if entrepreneurship is something that you're passionate about. But if being a writer or being an artist or being a crafter is not something for you, there's also other options on here, including things like customer service. There's jobs where you can do customer service rep stuff from home on the phone doing that. Whereas looking at an MLM company, you're working in sales in that company. You're working in like sales and recruitment. So you're basically having to cold call people and cold message people all day and then also be their customer service rep, and maybe you won't even make any money. Whereas to have a guaranteed hourly rate also doing customer service stuff sounds like a much better deal to me. So again, I would recommend following this avocado toast budget page. You guys remember in 2021 that big paparazzi convention? I briefly covered it on this channel. Mac Attack did a much more in-depth video on it. But in 2021, as people were starting to get vaccinated and the world was starting to have in-person gatherings again, a lot of places initially were very big on you need to be vaccinated to come into this place, things like that. And I think that that was a smart move, because especially since COVID was still having, the Delta variant and then later the Omicron variant, and a lot of people weren't vaccinated yet, it was important to not keep it spreading like wildfire, right? Well, there was an in-person paparazzi convention in the summer of 2021, which did not require people to be vaccinated to come into this conference. And it did not require any masking, any vaccine cards, anything. It was kind of a carefree free-for-all. And I think there is a big percentage, I think there's a big overlap in the population of people who sell for MLMs and people who don't get vaccinated, because, look at it, a lot of MLMs are based on pseudoscience. You've got these essential oils and things like that. People saying, you don't need traditional medicine. We don't trust traditional big pharma. We don't trust companies that are, the normal kind of companies out there. We do things our own way. We take these supplements and that keeps us healthier. There seems to be a subset of people who are involved in those kind of things. So as a result, people involved in MLMs are more likely in general to not be vaccinated. As a result of all of that, you get the paparazzi convention of 2021. It was really tragic, actually. Watch Mac Attack's video on it, but COVID spread pretty far in that convention. A lot of people got infected, and some people even died. It was really, really scary. So I thought, I hadn't heard about that convention in a while, but I guess I was just kind of looking through Instagram and seeing what was up, and in under one of the hashtags, I don't even remember which one, up pops this picture of one Chris Chandler. Not the Chris Chandler that most people on the internet would be thinking of, the other Chris Chandler. Chris Chandler, Rachel Hollis's former fitness trainer. Guys, I'm always out here trying to tell people, isn't it wild that Rachel Hollis's fitness trainer is named Chris Chandler, and I just, don't have any people in my life, in person, who both know who Rachel Hollis is and who know who Chris Chan is. I don't have any intersection of those people. Maybe you guys on the internet know who both of those people are. Anyway, Chris Chandler, this is a different Chris Chandler, is Rachel Hollis's former fitness trainer. He was the guy who was up on stage at her conferences doing the workouts and leading all of that. Well, it turns out he was there at this paparazzi convention. He said, more to say about all the incredible moments in Vegas this week, but for now, I love you, Pitbull, and I don't care who knows it. Dude, Pitbull, by being at this COVID spreader paparazzi convention, is giving a bad name to pit bulls. I love my sweet little pit bull Chewy, and he would never go to a paparazzi super spreader COVID convention. Fuck that. A couple months ago on this channel, I reviewed a book called Lose Weight Like Crazy by Autumn Calabrese, whose name sounds like a salad, and she's also a trainer for Beachbody. We've covered Beachbody a lot on this channel. It is an MLM company that has some good workouts, I think they created P90X and things like that, so they do have some genuinely good workouts, but on top of that, they are also in favor of having people diet to excess. I once did an interview on this channel of someone who was in a Beachbody infomercial, and she talked about how for the infomercial, they only allowed her to eat up to 800 calories a day, and she had to work out every day. And then a lot of women stopped getting their period, and people started getting ready to pass out, and she couldn't even do the infomercial interview at the end of the day because she was so glazed over and her brain was so fried from not eating any food. Anyway, Beachbody is a terrible company, and it's also an MLM. So I saw more about this Autumn Calabrese person in this thing from Coach Brittany Morgan, who I believe is a real fitness coach. She says, I almost didn't post anything on this. You guys have been asking me to comment, and I greatly appreciate that you view me as an expert on the subject, but the truth is, when it comes to gut health, the most I can say with all my nutrition and food science expertise is we don't know that yet. But Autumn Calabrese of Beachbody apparently didn't take medical ethics or get the memo on the harms of speaking outside your scope of practice. This is also a really sensitive subject for me, as I have a relative who has been hospitalized for unintentional weight loss due to Crohn's disease. And this is what Beachbody is selling to people. It's scary shit. Treating our gut health issues requires intensive and individualized support from a medical team. I am begging you, don't buy into the hype of this overgeneralized program. From what I have seen, it is riddled with misinformation and will either fuel disordered eating behaviors or exacerbate existing health issues. You deserve better than this. So let's look at what the post was about what Autumn Calabrese did. It says, Beachbody super trainer Autumn Calabrese has released a new program called the 4-Week Gut Health Protocol. This was problematic in idea, and now that it has launched, everything we feared about came to be true. To start, it is important to remember that gut health as a scientific field is new. So new, in fact, that the actual gut health experts and scientists that have devoted their lives to learning about it know relatively little. I find it suspicious that Autumn and her unnamed team of experts suddenly know all about gut health when top-of-the-field gut health experts are still trying to figure it out. This leads me to my next point of concern. Autumn is not credentialed or experienced in gut health. She is not a scientist, a medical doctor, a registered dietitian, or anything connected to gut health nutrition. She's a group fitness cast member. She says she is working with a team of experts but doesn't disclose who they are or their credentials. Additionally, having experts in your network neither makes you an expert nor does it qualify you to perform on the subject matter. To make matters worse, she has been caught plagiarizing the content of actual gut health experts and spreading misinformation to promote the program. Beachbody coaches are rampantly reposting and spreading this misinformation to promote this program. This misinformation is going to hurt a lot of people that need help. The most horrifying, albeit not surprising, thing about the 4-Week Gut Health Protocol is that it is clear to nutrition professionals everywhere that this is not actually about gut health. This is a weight loss program. Autumn says repeatedly this is not about weight, but at the same time, she is regularly posting her weight changes and celebrating the weight loss of program participants. Unintentional weight loss is actually a sign and symptom of GI distress and an underlying gut health issue. So either this is another restrictive diet masquerading as health, or all of the weight loss the participants are experiencing shows that this program is actually exacerbating known symptoms of gut health issues. So which is it, Beachbody? Spoiler alert, it's the former. This is not a health promoting program. This actually fits the definition of an incredibly restrictive crash diet. Many gut health experts, registered dietitians who are medically trained nutrition experts, and nutrition professionals have advised against participating in this program. At best, it is commercialized disordered eating patterns indicative of an ED. At worst, it can make a lot of people really ill. Many people with gut health disorders end up hospitalized for unintentional weight loss. Proceed with caution. Guys, if you are looking for a channel that breaks down some of the dubious health claims made in a lot of MLM companies that promote like supplements and fitness products and weight loss products and like vitamins and gut health things and things like that, I highly recommend you check out my friend Kat Benson, whose channel is called Unlocked Nutrition. On her channel, she talks a lot about breaking down some of the dubious claims made by these companies, and she is a registered dietitian. She's actually my dietitian. If you think I have a hot muscle mommy body, then that should be enough credibility to give to Kat, okay? So go ahead and check out her channel and watch her break down some of the strange and somewhat deceptive claims made by these companies. She's got a really fascinating perspective that's extremely educational for legitimate food health and things like that. Definitely check that out. Okay, so I also looked at this page called Network Marketing Girls. This is a new page I found. Network Marketing Girls just seems to be a page of like tips of network marketing advice for women, which women don't need to be exploited any more than we already are in this terrible world, okay? This one says, if your friend is in network marketing and you don't want to, the best thing you could do is introduce them to your network. Share their posts and support them the way you support your favorite celebrities and brands. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it's everything to them. Dude, this legitimately sounds like it was written by an AI bot. Remember the other week when I had an AI bot write an MLM conference style speech? And it would write stuff like this where it's like, if your mom doesn't want to join your LuLaRoe downline, then it's time to ask your mom to join and tell her she should be recruited. Like, this doesn't make any sense. It sounds like a bot wrote this, dude. Maybe a bot did write it. Because it says if your friend is in network marketing and you don't want to what? Join their team? Pay for their product? You don't want to what? The best thing you could ever do is introduce them to your network. What does it mean by your network? Does it mean like you should introduce your friend to like your family so that your friends can also spam your family with products? I don't like this at all. This one says, let's normalize women making career level money, ... from home. That would have been a great lead in for me to be like, that's what I'm doing because I have a sponsor. But I already did that earlier in the video. Anyway, network marketing is not the way to do that. People throw around this really false statistic that's like 80% of women who make over $1 million do so in network marketing, which is a lie. That is not true. That is absolutely false. The actual statistic is that 80% of people who make $1 million in network marketing are women. So it was only measuring network marketing participants in the first place, and it was only measuring network marketing participants who actually made money, which is a very small percentage of the overall population of them. So extremely small sample size to begin with. The beauty of network marketing is that you really can go from making $3K to $30K a month if you put in the work. There is no limit on how much you can make. So is the goal of network marketing that I can make full-time income with part-time hours from home and have the freedom and flexibility to be a mom on my own terms? Or is the goal of network marketing that I'm supposed to make more money only if I work hard, and if I'm failing and losing money, it's all my fault because clearly I wasn't working hard enough and hustling hard enough like a boss babe who would put in 90 hours a week because this is not just a job, it's a career, Karen. Which is it? Which is it? Because you sell me whichever narrative based on whichever thing relates more to the point that you're trying to make. You just tell me whichever one fits your narrative. I don't like it. People don't join network marketing because they have the time. They join because they want to have more time. Okay, so the previous one just said that if you put in more work, you can make more money and there's no limit. And then this one says that you join it because you want to have more time. So, which is it? Stop saying it doesn't take much work. Maybe that's why you're attracting lazy people who don't want to put in the work. Wait, again, this is just going back and forth. Your previous post just told me that people join network marketing so they could have more time, and now you're saying that people who don't put in all this extra time are the lazy people, and that's the flaw. Do we not see how this doesn't work? Anyway, those were today's memes. And by memes, I mean bad network marketing posts that are trying to scam you. Don't fall for MLM companies, guys. If you see an MLM company out there in the wild, do not join it. If you wonder whether something is an MLM, start doing some research on it. Look up online, look up name of company. Is it an MLM? And things like that, and see former employees' testimonies and things like that. Make sure you do your own research on these types of things outside of just having someone say DM me, hun, and them giving you only their own side, which is driven by the potential for a profit. So make sure to always do your own research on that kind of thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about all of these MLM things. I really appreciate you guys watching another anti-MLM video today. On Friday, I will be back with this monster of a book review. That's right, we're reviewing What is a Woman by Matt Walsh. We're gonna finally find out what a woman is. A woman is someone that they try to recruit into Mary Kay. That's the answer. That's the definition of what a woman is. Anyway, we'll answer that more in depth on Friday. I'll see you guys then. In the meantime, keep on supporting legitimate small businesses, but not MLMs, and have a fantastic start to your day. Bye!
Get you some nuts.
There was lots of memes.
Makes me wonder if I should take up lesbianism.
You guys asked for it.